Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I created these custom wood coasters. It was super simple to create the vinyl stencil using my Cricut Maker and doing the wood effect using the Scorch Marker and a heat gun. If you want to learn how to make these, please keep on watching. First, head on over to Cricut Design Space, insert a circle, and adjust it to the size of your coasters. I'm going to go ahead and change the color just to see it better. Now add your text and select your favorite font. I'm going to use Close to My Heart Art Philosophy, the first one here, and go ahead and resize it to fit. You can leave it as is or add an image. I'm going to add a wreath. There's so many to choose from, so scroll through and find the one you like. And once you find the one you like, go ahead and insert it and resize it to fit within your design. And you can leave it as is or take it a step further and add a name through your letter. And to do that, you're going to insert a square and resize that. It's going to end up looking more like a rectangle than a square. And go ahead and duplicate that. And resize that one to be smaller. And actually, we're going to make this one smaller too. And now we're going to place our other square on top of it and make sure it's longer. So make it longer. Now make sure that they are aligned in the center. So highlight them and hit the align option up top and select center. Once they're centered, you're going to slice and you can delete all these extra pieces. We don't need them. And now you're left with this. So now you're going to insert your text. I'm adding my name. And now go ahead and resize that. I'm going to decrease the letter spacing between the letters. This is optional, but I think it will fit nicely within the space we have created. And go ahead and highlight that and group it back together. Now resize it to fit within that space we made. And just play around with it until you get it where you like it. And now highlight it to attach it together. And go ahead and insert another square. And we're going to make this roughly the same width. Now we're going to place that over our letter and slice. Delete these extra pieces. And now we have an empty space for our name. And go ahead and attach that together. Now you can arrange it to fit within your coaster. And once you are satisfied with the placement, delete the circle in the background. We don't need it. That's just our reference point. And highlight everything and attach it. And here are some other examples that I created just to give you ideas. Now go ahead and make it. I'm going to be using vinyl. You can use any color. I'm using yellow because it's a color that I don't mind wasting since this is just going to be a stencil. So trim off any excess after you cut out your design, and now we can start weeding. So it's kind of weird at first because usually we weed out all the negative space, but for a stencil you weed out the opposite. So just go ahead and keep weeding, and once you have everything weeded out, you can go ahead and prep your coasters. So I found these coasters at Ross. So you're going to sand them to 220 grit and then wipe them off. And now once they are sanded, we can apply our stencil. I applied this one without transfer tape, but I recommend using transfer tape. It was so much easier. As you can see here, I am using a piece of transfer tape. It's from the brand Frisco Crafts. And just go ahead and apply that over and scrape it down. This was so much easier. So once you do that, to all your coasters, you can go ahead and start drying. I'm using the Scorch Marker. So go ahead and take it out and shake it very well. And on a spare piece of napkin, push down on the chisel tip. That will help the liquid flow through. So you're going to have to do this a couple times. And then you can go ahead and draw in your design. It's a little hard to see, but it's there. And you don't have to rush through this step. If the liquid dries out before you finish, it will still work once you apply the heat. And once you complete that, you're going to use a heat gun and apply heat all over your design. And keep moving the heat gun, if you leave it for too long in one space, it will burn unevenly. That's basically it. This one was stained, but it still came out nice. And here is a look at all of my designs. And you can seal in your design with a clear sealant or just keep it as is. These would make great housewarming gifts or just great to have for your own home. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you found it helpful, please give it a like. Thank you.